So Wizards of the Coast has released what they're calling the horror subclasses. I do not know what what's one looking for prompted this creation, but here it is. So what they have done is they've revised the College of Spirits Bard, the Grave Domain Cleric, the Phantom Rogue, Shadow Sorcerer, Hexblade Patron, and the Undead Patron for the Warlock. And they've added two new subclasses, which is the Reanimator for the Artificer and the Hollow Warden for the Ranger. Now, Unearthed Arcana is essentially playtest material for Dungeons and Dragons. So if you're going to use any of these things in your game, you have to ask your DM if that's okay. If they say yes, then by all means go for it. So they give you, so often Wizards of the Coast would release Unearthed Arcana stuff, and they will now say, you know, guys, here's some stuff for you guys to try out, and if you like it, give it a shot. So they tell you all these things, how to make this happen, and we go from there. So let's start, like, I'm assuming everything's in alphabetical order. So we begin the Reanimator. So you essentially, you know, use science instead of quote unquote magic to bring things back to life, even though you are doing magic. It's that weird artificer like flavor thing. So the spells you get as a Reanimator. So False Life, decent. Spare the Dying, valuable. Witch Bolt, trash. Blindness Deafness can be fun. Enhance ability, okay. Level 9, oof. Animate Dead, Lightning Bolt. Lightning Bolt, I suppose, yeah, the whole idea of the whole Frankenstein is like, yes, live! I get that. Blight, sure. Death Ward, yep. Anti-Life Shell, sure. And Raise Dead. Cool. Let's go through the features now. So level 3, Jolt to Life. When you cast Spare the Dying, you can modify the spell so that it sends a jolt of electricity through the target, reviving it. Target regains 10 hit points, and each creature in a 10-foot emanation originating from the target makes a dexterity saving throw against your spell save DC, taking lightning damage equal to 1d4 plus half your artificial level rounded up. Okay, let's think about this. Okay. So Spare the Dying. Actually, fuck, what is the wording on Spare the Dying? A worthwhile note. Interesting. It just says a living creature that has 0 hit points. There is a way to mess around with that, without question. Technically speaking, though, when you kill an quote-unquote enemy or an opponent, as a player, when you kill them, they're instantly dead, right? But if you can make it to them, sure. But again, remember, Spare the Dying is a touch spell. That's the one thing you have to keep in mind. So you got to be in melee already, which may not be ideal. And 1d4 plus half your artificial level. So at level, so it's at level 3, your artificial level is 3, rounded up. So 1d4 plus 2. Why couldn't it be just 1d4 plus your intelligence modifier? Because you're going to have a good int mod regardless, because you want to use this as much as possible, I guess. But at the same time, it's just not good. Holy crap, this is not good. Yeah, this is terrible. This is a nothing. Because again, it's just it's a touch spell. You have to get into melee with the person you're trying to revive. And 1d4 is nothing. If this scaled as you leveled up, then maybe it'll be a little better. But even then, you have to make, like, the person has to be willing to die just for you to do 1d4 plus half your artificial level. That is garbage. No, this is terrible. This is garbage. Okay, Reanimated Companion. Using Tinker's tools or another type of artisan's tools of which your proficiency, you can take the magic action to create Reanimated Companion. Through the power of necromancy and science, the companion manifests an unoccupied space within 5 feet of you. You determine the companion's appearance. Your choices don't affect the companion's game statistics. Companion is friendly to you and your allies and obeys you. It lasts until you finish a long rest or you take a magic action to dismiss it early, at which point it harmlessly collapses into a pile of viscera. It immediately drops 0 hit points and dies, triggering its death burst rate. Okay, if you die. Once you create a companion, you can't do so until you finish a long rest or expend a spell slot to create one. You can only have one companion at a time, and you can't create one while your companion is present. Companion in combat. In combat, the companion acts during your turn. It can move and take its reaction on its own, but only action it takes is a dodge action unless you take a bonus action to command it to take an action. That is a lot of words, and that could be worded so much better. If you have the incapacity condition, the companion acts on its own and isn't limited to the dodge action. Okay, let's see if the thing is worthwhile. Okay, so it's small. Oh, it's a small undead. What the fuck? Okay. So the maximum AC it's going to get is 15. That's max. That's that max. Its HP is 4 plus 4 times your artificial level. So it's at level 3, 12, 16 hit points. Okay. Strength plus 2, Dex 0, Con plus 3, minus 4 intelligence, 0 wisdom, and of course minus 2 courage. Resistance to necrotic and poison, and immunity to lightning, charm, exhaustion, poison. It has blind sight and a passive perception. Okay. Has no CR. But the proficiency bonus is equal to our proficiency bonus. Okay. Death burst. Companion explodes when it dies. Extra saving throw. Your spell save DC. Each creature on 10-foot emanation resume from the companion. 2d6 necrotic damage. Ending absorption. It takes health. Yeah. So technically, you could just keep hitting it with shocking grasp to heal it. That's an option, I guess. Okay, then it's okay. Level 5, strange modification. Whenever you create a animated companion, it gives one of the following options of your choice. Choose when you create the companion. It's called Arcane Conduit. Okay, that's kind of neat. You can cast spells out of it. Okay. Wait, hold on. You can cast an artificer spell from the Evocation Necromancy School, which deal damage while your companion is within 1 feet of you. And you can add your intelligence modifier to 1 damage roll spell. Okay. Then ferocity, when you command your companion to take the dreadful swipe action, the companion can use it twice. So it gets. Oh yeah, I didn't even look at dreadful swipe. Attack roll was equal to your spell attack modifier. That's fine. 1d4 plus 2. 1d4 plus 2 plus your intelligence modifier as necrotic damage. Wording as. And they can't take opportunity attacks on the next. Okay, improved reanimation. Experiment and alter your companion further. Whenever you create a reanimated companion, it gives one of the following options of your choice. Choose when you create the companion. Bloated. Companion becomes large or medium, your choice. Whenever it hits a large or small creature with a dreadful swipe action, that creature can also be pushed 10 feet away from the companion. Additionally, you can add your intelligence modifier to the attack damage dealt by the death burst. Okay, Gaunt. The companion's speed increases to 45 feet. It gains a flying speed equal to its speed. Can climb difficult surfaces, including along ceilings, without needing to make an ability check. In addition, whenever a creature of your choice starts its turn with a 10-foot companion, the creature must succeed on a wisdom saving throw against spell save DC or have the frightened conditions on the turn. Moist. Companion gains a swim speed equal to its speed. In addition, whenever the companion is hit by an attack roll, creature with the attack acid damage equal to. Okay. Level 15, Promethean Reanimation. You have mastered the science of revivification, granting you the following benefits. Facilitated revival. When you cast Revivify or Raise Dead, the cost of any material components needed for that spell is halved. Okay. Improved Companion. The damage of your reanimated corpse, your reanimated companion's death burst increases to 4d6. Necrotic damage dealt by a companion ignores resistance. And life transferring siphon, the animating magic from your companion to bolster yourself. You take damage, you can take a reaction to cause your reanimated companion to drop as your hit points. The companion immediately dies, and you regain a number of hit points equal to artificial level. Okay, just going over this in its entirety, I think this is garbage. Honestly. See, the thing about artificers is, like, this is basically the battlesmith with a lot more other stuff, right? Because immediately this third level feature completely useless. Again, if this thing scaled with your leveling, then this would be a lot more interesting. I think is you can't even use this on this creature because Spare the Dying requires you to have a living creature. This is undead. Now, that's the other thing. Would they allow it? But no, what happens is if it drops to 0 hit points, it just triggers Death Burst. So immediately you can't even do this. And again, AC 15 at best, there's nothing here to say its AC gets better. Seriously, there's nothing that says its AC gets better. It's going to be permanently stuck with a 15 AC until the end game. Useless. It's going to die. The only reason you're using it, you're going to use it as one, honestly, an arcane conduit. So it increases the range of your spells. You're never going to use ferocity because fuck that. Because I mean, what the fuck is 1d4? It can hit you for 1d4 plus 2, plus your, so let's say 1d4 plus 7. And no. Shit. Trash. I guess this could be good. This is whatever. And this is also whatever. Level 15 for this. And there are subclasses who get this shit much earlier. Something I can do for free, for fuck's sake. This is fine, but at level 15, what is 46 damage? Nothing. A fucking, what do you call it? A fighter can do all of this with less stuff. I have to kill something. No, terrible. This can be good, which can then trigger this. So, you know, that's there. No, this is garbage. The Reanimator, I like the concept. You're basically Dr. Frankenstein. I get what they're going after. But in terms of usability and viability, I think this thing is garbage. So, fuck this. Trash. Sorry. Okay. What have they done to the College of Spirits? Okay, yep. So what they've done here is the updates. Okay, so Getting Whispers and Spiritual Focus are now combined into a single feature, Channeler. This new feature also grants you proficiency with playing cards. Right, because, right, for tarot decks, stuff like that. Spirits from Beyond, formerly Tales from Beyond, has been reworked to improve its action economy and produces more immediate effects. The options on the features table have been revised as well, okay? Then Empowered Channeling is a new feature that allows the bard to cast an alter Spirit Guardian spell. Okay, okay. I don't remember the College of Spirits. I think it came out in, what's that book called? Van Ricken's Guide to Ravenloft, I think. Came out in that one. But let's see what's up. So you learn how to, you know the guidance cantrip. It has a range of 60 feet when you cast it, because normally guidance is a touch spell, I believe. Right? Guidance is a touch spell. Yeah, it's a touch spell. So immediately, already better. But guidance still requires concentration. So not the best, but yeah. That's fine. Spiritual Focus. You employ tools that aid you in channeling spirits. You gain a gaming set, playing cards. Your proficiency with the gaming set, and you can use a card for one of the following as a spellcasting focus for your bard spells or an arcane focus. Wait, what? Oh, you can use the cards or one of the following. Right. You're going to use your playing cards, obviously, because that's more thematic. So Spirits from Beyond, while holding a spellcasting focus, you can take a bonus action to expend one of your bardic inspiration to call forth the powers of a spirit. Roll on the bardic inspiration die and refer to the spirits from beyond table to determine the spirit you can channel. Then choose one creature you can see within 30 feet of yourself that has the spirit's target. The spirit immediately takes effect. The spirit's effect requires a saving throw. The DC equals to your bard spell save DC. Okay, so it's a D12. All right, so let's go through them. So you roll a 1, you get Beloved. Target regains hit points equal to 1 roll of your bardic inspiration die plus your charisma modifier. Oh, that's pretty fun. Sharpshooter. The target takes force damage equal to 1 roll of your... So this is basically like a battle master. Okay, then Avenger, until the end of your next turn, any creature that hits the target with a melee attack roll takes force damage equal to 1 roll of your bardic die. Okay. Renegade. The target can immediately take a reaction to teleport up to 30 feet or not if it says he can... Ooh, that's fun. Fortune Teller. The target has advantage on... I hate this. I hate that wording. Advantage on D20 tests until the start of your next turn. Tests. So that's ability checks, saving throws, and attack rolls. Right? What does that mean exactly? You know exactly what this means. Yeah. Ability checks, saving throws, and attack rolls. So they have advantage on all those things until the start of your next turn. Okay, that's interesting. I like that. There's many ways to abuse it, but yeah. The target gains temporary, so Wayfarer. Target gets temporary hit points equal to 1 roll of your body conspiration plus your bard level. Okay. While it has temporary hit points, target. Ooh, they're even faster. Okay. Okay, the Trickster. The target makes a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the target takes psychic damage equal to 2 rolls of your bardic inspiration die. So this is decent because your bardic inspiration scales as you level up. So the higher your level, the bigger the die. So immediately this is potentially quite powerful, actually. It can actually be pretty good. Oh, hold on. And it's charmed at the side next turn. On a successful save, the target takes half the damage. Okay. I mean, still pretty good. I mean, again, it's because it starts at a D6, then D8, D10, then D12, right? Your inspiration die. 2D6, 2D8, 2D10, 2D12. Not the best thing. I think you're looking for the charm condition more than anything else over the damage. Okay. Because fucking Toll the Dead does 2d12 if they've taken 1 point of damage. Just seems... You know what I mean? Like if the psychic damage, or like if psychic damage also included your bard level or your charisma modifier, that would be a little bit more interesting. At least that's more viable, right? Otherwise, you could potentially roll 2 1s on a d12. Right? You're like, yeah, 2 points of psychic damage. Woo! Or if they save 1 point of psychic damage, which is even worse. They need to up this damage situation a bit more. Shade. The target gains the invisible condition until the end of its next turn. Oh. Or until they... Yeah, okay, fine. It's basically just cast invisibility on somebody. It's a non-concentration invisibility. When the invisibility ends, each creature in a fight for emanation originating from the target must succeed on a con saving throw or take necrotic damage equal to 2 rolls of your bardic inspiration. I mean, yeah, throw that on your monk, your paladin, your barbarian, or your fighter as they run in the middle of the fight, and then they just attack and boom, an explosion. Potentially, if you roll really well, it is a con saving throw. A lot of enemies do have good constitutions. Always a bit of a sketch thing, but again, the option is there and it's not bad. Turn someone into a living bomb, so to speak. Arsonist. The target makes a dexterity saving throw, taking fire damage equal to 4 rolls of your bardic inspiration die. A failed save, half as much on a successful one. So basically, it's a fireball, but it's a single target fireball. Okay. I mean, 4d12 is no joke. So yeah, this could be good. Coward. The target and each creature of your choice in a 30-foot emanation or region for the target must succeed. Ooh. Yo, this is a very powerful effect. It's fucking good. So remember, how frightened works is if you are the source of someone's fear, they cannot move towards you. They can't close the distance to you because they don't want to get in. They don't want to get in range of you. So that's pretty good. And then their speed is halved, and they can either take an action or a bonus action, but not both. That is very valuable. So this is cool. I like this. Brute. Each creature of your choice in a 30-foot emanation or region from the target makes a strength saving throw. On a failed save, a creature takes thunder damage equal to 3 rolls of your bardic inspiration die and has a prone condition. On a successful save, the creature takes half damage. Wait, hold on. So let's say there are 5 creatures. So 4 surrounding 1. If I hit the 1 in the middle, okay, yeah, so they all take thunder damage and they are not prone. Not bad. Not bad at all. Controlled channeling. You determine the spirit's effect by choosing. Wait, what? Oh, so if you roll a 12, you get to choose any of them. Okay, cool. All right. Level 6 Empowered Channeling. Power from Beyond. Once per turn, when you cast a bard spell that deals damage or restores hit points, roll a d6. You gain a bonus to one of the spell's damage rolls. Total hit points restores. I wish that would scale up. Spiritual Manifestation. You always have the Spirit Guardian spell prepared. You can cast the spell once without using a spell slot. Very valuable. And you regain the ability to cast it this way when you finish a long rest. Whenever you start casting the spell, you can modify its spirits to also guard against worldly threats. When you cast it in this way, you and your allies within the spell emanation have half. Ooh. Is that the only modification you can do? Okay, I mean, half cover is still valuable. That's still what? +2 to their AC? Okay, and Mystical Connection. You gain mastery over the spirits you call forth. Whenever you roll on the spirits from beyond table, you can roll the dice twice. Okay. Um, all in all, pretty decent changes, I guess. What they're saying, so nice. Giving, but then again, see, I mean, you are the backline, you can't be a frontliner. I don't think these bards get access to medium armor or anything like that, so you have light armor at best, maybe. But yeah. You can give your allies who are in, well, at range, half cover from attacks. No, I mean, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Okay. Decent. Okay, Grave Domain Clerics. What have they done? Okay, now grants you small damage boost to bloody creatures. Has been upgraded to include more versatility and combat relevant spells. That's good. Now produce an ongoing curse effect in addition to boosting damage of an attack. Yes. Can now trigger on any attack, not just critical hits. Hey, that's super valuable. Yeah, this needed a change. There's a feature that absorbs previous benefits of critical skills, provides a boost effects no critical spells. Okay, Circle of Mortality. The ability to manipulate the balance between life and death, granting the following benefits: Pull of Death. Once per turn, when you cast a spell or hit with an attack roll and deal damage to a bloodied creature, bloodied means they've taken damage. I mean, this works on cantrips too, technically speaking. So your cantrip does. So let's say you're going to use Sacred Flame. That's 1d8 plus 1d4. 1d8 radiant damage, 1d4 necrotic damage. It's a spell. It doesn't say leveled spell. So that's extra damage for your cantrips immediately. It's already a little better. Not gonna lie. Return to life. When you will normally roll one or more dice to restore hit points to a creature at 0 hit points with a spell or channel divinity. Oh, sorry, yeah. Don't roll those dice for healing. Instead, use the highest possible for each die. For example, instead of restoring 2d4 hit points, you restore 8. Okay, fine. Grave Domain spells. Bane, Chill Touch makes sense. I would. But oh my god, why am I blanking on his name? Toll the Dead would be a lot more viable, but okay. Detect Evil and Good, Gentle Repose, Ray Enfeelment. Yep, decent. Revivify, Vampiric Touch. Don't know about this so much. Blight, yep. Dispel Evil and Good, okay. Hold Monster and Raise. Okay. Interesting. Alright. Path to the Grave. As a bonus action, you present your holy symbol and expend the use of your ability to curse one creature you can see within 30 feet of yourself until the start of your next turn. While cursed, the creature has disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws. When you or an ally can see, hits the curse target with attack roll, you can then end the curse early, and you make the attack deal extra necrotic or radiant damage equal to 1d8 plus your cleric level. So it's no longer vulnerability. So if I remember correctly, Path to the Grave. Let me just get the wording correct. As an action, you can choose one creature you can see with a 30 feet of you, cursing it at the end of your next time when you ally hits. Yeah, so basically, what it used to do was curse them with vulnerability to all damage. So what you would do is, what you can actually do is hold your action for when your paladin is going to do a fat smite, and then as he's about to hit you, use your reaction to cast Path to the Grave at them, the enemy, and they would take double damage. Because I believe it even like bypasses like all resistances and immunities. I believe that's the way the wording is said. It doesn't say it doesn't counter. Yeah, you can just use it many times as you want. Yeah, the creature has vulnerability to all of that attack's damage. That is super huge. This is a severe nerf to the feature. It's a bonus action now, though, so that's pretty good. In the previous version, it's an action. This is massive, by the way, for enemies. Considering some of the enemies right now have a lot of crowd control ability, as well as the ability to potentially even instantly kill you. But this, I'm not a big fan of, because you have to end the curse for them to take this damage. So this whole second part just seems completely useless. Again, if this scaled higher as you leveled up, great. But if it doesn't, then this is trash. Like 1d8 plus 20. It's not a whole lot in the end game. 28 points of damage. Sentinel at Death's Door. When you or a buddy creature you can see within 30 feet of yourself is hit with an attack roll, you can take a reaction to half that attack's damage. Okay. So that's what they changed, right? Sentinel at Death's Door? Yeah. Yeah, before you could just negate a crit. Now it's any damage. Can use the feature. Yep, that's fine. Yep, that's a lot. This is a lot better than what was previously given to us. Divine Reaper. Your deep connection to this domain renders you a hallowed harbinger of death, granting you the following benefits: enhanced necromancy. When you cast a spell of 5th or lower from Necromancy School that targets one creature or spell or grave or a spell from the grave domain table, you can expend the use of Channel Divinity to target a second creature within the spell's range. The spell requires costly or consumed materials, must provide the material components for. Oh Jesus! Okay, that's just no. Fuck this. I would completely remove this shit. I am expending one of two of my most powerful abilities for this to be used. So fuck no. I would, if as a DM, I would say forget that shit. We just need enough materials to cast the one spell, and you have residual magic by using your Channel Divinity to target that second creature. So fuck you. No, this is trash. This part here, ignore it personally. Keeper of Souls. When an enemy dies within 60 feet of you, you or one creature you can see within 60 feet of yourself regains hit points equal to 3 times your cleric level. Valuable. Because 3 times 17 is what? 51 points of healing. That's no joke. That is no fucking joke. You can't use the feature if you have incapacity condition. Once you use this feature, you can't regain it until you use a short or long rest. Oh, okay. You use it once per short rest. Nice. Okay. I mean, all in all, the Grave Domain Cleric is a little better. Like, this is cool. This is just pure extra damage, which is nice. This is a massive nerf to Path of the Grave. It's a nerf and a buff. But the reason you built it, the reason you went for a Great Cleric, because you wanted to get that vulnerability on people. This is just destroys everything. This is a lot better. Just reducing damage, all in all. So if they got a Barbarian or you got a Totem Barbarian, you can just reduce damage even further. Of course, maximum of 1, minimum of 1. Enemies can't take 0. You can't take 0 damage. Enemies can't take 0 damage unless they're immune to the damage. So yeah, there you go. That's the Grave Domain Cleric. A little better and a little worse. This is the new Ranger subclass, the Hollow Warden. So what is this? Legends tell that the most ancient and fearsome terrors lurk deep within all places of the earth, unfathomable and bloodthirsty entities of fallow soil and sharpened claws. Hollow Wardens venerate and draw power from such beings, transforming themselves into similarly merciless, monstrous guardians that stalk along jagged coastlines, across steep mountain crags, and through the dark and wild places. So, the Hollow Warden Ranger spell list. What do we start with? 3rd level, when you get this. Wrathful Smite, Spike Growth, really? Phantom State, makes sense. Hallucinatory Terrain, yeah, and Awaken. Okay. Alright, level 3, Wrath of the Wild. You draw on the strange and ancient horrors of the Land of Power. When you cast Hunter's Mark, you transform, gaining the following benefits for the duration. Ancient Armor. You gain a bonus to your AC equal to Wisdom Mode. Oh. Baby, you seeing this? Sorry, my cat's over here. Okay. Okay. Unnerving Aura. When an enemy starts his turn within a 10-foot emanation originating from you, you make a Wisdom saving throw against your spell save. They make a Wisdom saving throw against your spell save DC. On a failed save, you can either take an action or a bonus action on his turn, but not both. Your shadow lengthens and twists around you, or you spot unescalate woes from body like antlers or putrid. I'm digging the flavor. I have some thoughts. We'll continue. Hungering Might. You gain bonus to Constitution saving throws equal to Wisdom modifier. Okay. In addition, once per turn, when you hit a creature with an attack roll while you are transformed using Wrath of the Wild, you regain number of hit points equal to 1d10 plus your Wisdom modifier. Oh. Provided you are bloody when you... That's fine. Yeah, obviously you can't heal more than you have. Level 11, Rot and Violence. Your dedication to the Eldritch Forest being alters you further. When transformed using Wrath of the Wild, you gain the following additional benefits. Eerie. Sorry, there's construction happening upstairs. Eerie aura. When a creature fails a saving throw against your unnerving aura, it also takes necrotic damage or poison is equal to the ranger level. This damage ignores resistance. Oh. Okay. Striding Roots. When you hit a creature with an attack roll using a weapon, you can activate the sap or slow mastery property in addition to different mastery properties using with that weapon. Okay. And finally, in Ancient Endurance. You become wholly suffused with the forest's ancient power, granting you the following benefits. Persistent Hunt. You drop 0 hit points while transform using Wrath of the Wild and don't die outright. You can expend a level 4+ spell slot, no action required. Your hit points then instead change themselves to more equal to 5 times the level of the spell. Okay. So here's my hot take. This should not be a ranger subclass. This should be a druid subclass. As a ranger, you are not using your wisdom modifier for stuff. None of your spells as a ranger, Hunter's Mark, Zephyr Strike, or anything like that requires saving throws. It's just flat damage and stuff like that. But boosting your wisdom for a ranger seems detrimental to the entire ranger subclass. Yes, you can use a bow, but what's the point of ancient armor? What's the point of unnerving aura if you've got a bow? You're going to be keeping your distance so you can get the hits. Immediately, unnerving aura becomes useless. Sure, you can pick up a long sword or a short sword or something like that to get in melee, but then you have to up your wisdom modifier even more. So you can improve, so unnerving aura is more effective. So your wisdom, so the enemy that has to make wisdom saving throw is more likely to be affected by it. Yeah, no, this should be like a druid subclass. So instead of using Hunter's Mark or whatever it is, or you can just give the druid Hunter's Mark. Or better yet, just have them use their wild shape to curse a target. Or to just have Wrath of the Wild on you. You know what I mean? It just seems a lot more viable as a druid subclass than it does a ranger subclass. Yeah, and plus, I mean, bonus the constitution saving throws. Like, bro, that's just much better as a fucking druid. So this is actually a pretty good melee druid build. Yeah, this is so much better as a druid. Yeah, I guess the only thing here is the fact that, like, see, rangers get access to martial weapons. That would be the difference. So if I was going to do something, I would give martial proficiency to the druid. Have them wear better armor. I mean, you don't even need armor. You just got the ancient armor for that. So you could technically increase your AC by 5. So essentially, this is almost like Blade Singers, like Blade Song. Sorry, my cat's having a bit of a moment. 1 second. So yeah, this is better off as a druid subclass than a ranger subclass. This doesn't make sense because as a ranger, you're either upping your strength or your dex depending on what weapon you're using. You need a decent constitution modifier, and you need a very good wisdom modifier. Those already three things you need. Because clearly, if you're going a Hollow Warden, you are going into melee, which means you need a good constitution score, so you have a good amount of hit points. You can take the hits if you do get hit. So, I don't know. Walter. Seems a bit questionable. So yeah, I think this is better off as a druid subclass, because you can focus then on keeping your wisdom and constitution. And then you can use spells like Shillelagh to just beat somebody to death. with your weapon and get shit going. This is a lot. Like, this immediately makes Shillelagh even fucking better, right? Even better. That's okay. That's my 2 cents. All right, Phantom Rogue. What do they change? You can now link its uses to the rogue's dexterity. Why is that specifically dexterity modifier? And not your proficiency bonus. Okay. Now provides whole trinkets whenever you finish a long rest, allowing a more reliable feature. Okay. Voice of Death is a new feature that allows you to cast Speak with Dead. Oh, that'll be fun. Death's Friend now lets you get a soul trinket when you roll initiative and also trinkets. Okay. Wills for the Grave. What they say they're gonna link its number of uses. So immediately after you deal your sneak attack damage to a creature on your turn, you can target a second creature that you can see within 30 feet of the first. Roll half the number of sneak attack dice for your level round up, and the second creature takes necrotic damage equal to the roll's total. Wails the dead momentarily sound around them. I guess you get 5 uses out of it because you're maxing your dex as soon as possible. So I guess that's an option. Not sure why that matters. It used to be, I guess it used to be your proficiency bonus. So that limited you for quite a bit. This is just more uses, but it's only, like, you can use it, like, say 5 times at max when you finish a long rest. Okay. Whispers of the Dead. When you finish a short or long rest, you can choose one skill or tool proficiency that you lack and gain it as a ghostly presence shares its knowledge with you. You lose a proficiency and you use this benefit again, choose a different proficiency. Your skill proficiency is on the fly, essentially. Not on the fly, but once, like, when you finish a long rest. Or short, short or long rest. Nice. Okay. Yeah, so I need to, like, let's say you don't have proficiency in sleight of hand for some reason. You need this now. Proficiency, sleight of hand, whoop, good to go. What do you think? That's pretty cool, actually. It's a lot more dramatic. Tokens of the Departed. Spirits of the Dead are drawn to you. Echoes of their past lives magically manifest as strange, curious, resonant power. When you finish a long rest, you gain 2 soul trinkets. Each soul trinket is a tiny object. You can choose whatever you want it to look like. These trinkets last until you finish a long rest, at which point they disintegrate. If you ever move away more than 30 feet from a trinket, the trinket immediately teleports to you, appearing somewhere on your person. The number of soul trinkets you gain when you finish a long rest increases when you reach levels 13 and 17. And you can use your soul trinkets in the following ways. Death's Knell. When you deal sneak attack damage on your turn, you can expend 1 soul use trinket and immediately use Wills in the Grave without expending the use of that feature. Okay. Life Essence. When you have at least 1 soul trinket, you have advantage on death saving throws and constitution saving throws. That could be valuable. Okay. Spirit Query. You can take a magic action to expend 1 soul trinket and immediately cast Auguries. Requiring no spell components and using dexterity as a spellcasting modifier. That's funny. So wait, how does Augury? So Augury, when the page loads, right? So by casting, yep, from the following omens: weal or woe. Weal for good results, woe for bad results. Okay. I don't know about that. The Augury spell is not the greatest, but it can be good. I guess it's DM and player dependent. Let's put it that way. When a creature you can see within 30 feet of you dies, you can take a reaction to regain 1 expended soul trinket. Oh, so you can't have more than the number given to you. Okay. So you start with 2, and then at 13 becomes 3, and then 17 you get 4. So you only have 2 trinkets with you for 10 levels. Okay. And you can use it for one of these 3. Level 9, Voice of Death. You can cast Speak with Dead once without swinging spell slot. Okay, that's perfectly fine. Again, useful. Ghost Walk, level 13. As a bonus action, you assume a spectral form, regaining Benefits below for 10 minutes or until you end them. Once you use this feature, you can't use it again until you finish long rest unless you expand to destroy one of your spell trinkets. Okay, that's pretty good. You get a flight speed of 10 feet. It couldn't give you a full flight speed, could you? Okay. You have one of these features or all the features? All the features. Okay, you get a 10-foot flight speed. Attack will discharge against you, and you can move through occupied terrain, difficult terrain. Okay. You can just walk through people. You can literally just walk through people, and because you are hazy, opportunity attacks against you are a disadvantage. That's an option. Death's friend. Your association with death has become so close that you gain the following benefits. Death's lament. When you use your Wills from the Grave feature, you can deal necrotic damage to both the first and second creature. Okay. So wait. So you sneak attack, and then Wills from the Grave doubles on top of that on a second creature. So I do my sneak attack damage, and then half the dice I roll again, and both my sneak attack. What's the wording there? Either way, that target takes the half damage as well as the second target takes half the damage. That's not bad. And then draw of death. When you roll initiative, you gain one soul ticket for the tokens to partner if you have none remaining. Okay, cool. That's perfectly fine. Okay, shadow source. Oh, sorry, let me talk about this quickly. This is better, I guess. I mean, yeah, the reworks were better. Yeah, fine. Yeah, the rise. Yeah, this is pretty cool. Yeah, perfectly fine. This is neat. I like this. All right, sorcerer for shadow sorcerer, shadow sorcerer essentially. Eyes of the Dark. Oh, yeah, this was a huge problem. With the original one, that you cast darkness, but you can't see in it. It's a huge problem. It's the same issue that happened with the Shadow Monk. Like they could cast darkness, but what's the fucking point? You're blind too. So this is good. So you get blind sight. That's pretty fucking cool. You get new spells. Yeah, then they're now give sorcerers a spell list. Spirits of Ill Omen used to be Hound of Ill Omen. Now you summon undead spell, allowing for more resident scaling. Oh, okay, cool. That's pretty cool. Umbral form now gives you one free use of the form for long rest. Strength of the grave has been improved and moved to the benefits of this form. Okay, Eyes of the Dark. You gain dark vision up to 120 feet and blind sight within 10. Just when I thought this was cool, it's just not. Why can't I get blind sight up to 30 feet or 20? At least 30. At least 30. In addition, if a spell you cast creates an area of darkness, you can normally see through the spell's darkness. So fucking dumb. Well, just give me 30 feet of blind sight. Yeah. All right. The spells we get as a shadow sorcerer: Bane, darkness. Okay. Inflict wounds is a. I mean, you do have distance spell as a mana magic, so that's an option. Not as bad as I thought it was going to be. And pass without trace. Nice. This was limited to only druids and rangers, or unless you were bard and use it with magical secrets. Hunger of Hadar, complete sense. Summon undead, completes it. Oops. Greater invisibility, phantasmal killer. Yep. Contagion and creation. Really? Okay. Spirits of Ill Omen. You can cast summon undead without your component. You can also cast it once without a spell slot, and you regain the ability to cast it this way when you finish a long. When you start casting the spell, you can modify it so it doesn't require concentration. If you do so, spell duration becomes 1 minute for the casting, and the spell ends early if you cast it again. So what does summon undead? believe this is part of the new spell list. Oh, it's a Tasha spell. Okay. So you can summon a. It can be ghostly, putrid, or skeletal. Um, I mean, so actually, yeah, summon undead is a what level spell? It's a third level spell. Okay. So we cast it at third level, which is I'm assuming what you're doing here, because you can't cast. You can't. It doesn't say. Oh, actually, wait a second. You can upcast it if you have the spell slots. Let's say you can't. So you can cast summon undead without material component. You can cast it once without expending a spell slot. I could cast this at technically 9th level. Technically 9th level. And get this feature. We can look at it. No, fuck it. Nah. Not good. I mean, it's better than the Hound of Omen, but still. For a minute, cool, I guess. So an hour, yeah, fine. I mean, it's good because then you can cast all this shit and not have to worry about concentrating on this. So yeah, fine. Yeah, you know what? Fine. I'll allow it. It's all right. Shadow Walk. While you're in dim or dim light or dark, you can take a bonus action teleport up to 120 feet to an occupied space. You can see that is also in dim light or dark. Oh, okay, that's fun. Umbral Form. With bonus action, now adapt to shadowy form. Get the benefits below for 1 minute. Yep, all that's fine. You can spend 6 social points to recast that. Okay. Incorporeal movements. That's fine. Shadow Resilience. You can resist to all damage except force and radiant damage. Okay. Same to the grave. You would drop to 0 hit points and not die outright. You can make a charisma saving throw. Okay, and if you succeed, your hit points instead change the number equal to 3 times your source. That's pretty good. Shadow Sorcerer has been improved, although I think this is utter garbage. Just give me 30 feet of blindside, bro. Fuck off. I know why they did it. I get it. But just fucking let me do it. They're like, oh my god, it now gives you blindside. It's like, oh my god, blindside. How far? 10 feet. Fuck you. I'm okay with the expanded spell list. I'm okay with that. This one I'm still like Spirits of Ill Omen. I'm still a bit questioned on. This is fine, and this is also perfectly fine. Okay, so Hexblade Patron. What have they done to the Hexblade? So what's changed? Hexblade spells. Formerly the expanded spell list now gives you a list of always prepared spells. Right, because it's 2024. Excuse me. If it manifests now a new feature allowing you to cast Hex a number of times equal of times without spell slot. Oh, that's neat. Yeah, because again, warlocks have limited spell slots, so this is nice. Oh, okay, cool. That'd be fun. Oh my God, Hex is now going to become like a proper like staple of the build. Okay. Okay. Okay, cool. So what are Hexblade spells? Arcane Vigor, that's a new spell. I don't remember what it does. Hex, Magic Weapon, neat. Shield and Wrathful Smite. Conjure Barrage. Oh wow, really? That's pretty fucking good. Dispel Magic, Freedom of Movement, Staggering Smite. Yep, Animate Objects. Really? Okay. And Steel Wind Strike. Perfectly fine. Yeah, I like this. I like the spell list. So Hexblade Manifest. So this is the new thing. You get a couple of following benefits. Hexblade's Curse. You can cast Hex without expending a spell slot. A number of times equal to your charisma modifier, minimum once. Right, so it's no longer a separate curse. It's now all together. Okay. When you cast Hex, a special weapon resembling your patron orbits above the cursed target. That's flavor. Once per turn, when you hit a target cursed by your Hex with an attack roll, can cause one additional effect. So Draining Slash. The target makes a Constitution saving throw against your spell save DC. On a fail save, the target can't make opportunity attacks and its speed is halved until the start of next turn. Now, here's the thing. The wording is very, very vague. Not vague. It's very open, I should say. This is an attack roll. It doesn't say it has to be a weapon attack roll, which means I can use Eldritch Blast and have this happen. Simple as that. Draining Slash. Harrowing Blade. The target makes a wisdom saving throw against your spell save DC. On a fail save, the next time the target makes an attack roll against a creature other than you, first 5 next turn, the target takes necrotic damage equal to your charisma modifier. Again, I mean, you for this one specifically, you want to be in melee, right? Or even if you're hitting a caster, also this also works out. Although I wish the necrotic damage kind of scaled a little better. Like charisma modifier plus your warlock level would be a lot better. It'll make this a lot more threatening to you. Stymieing Mark. The target has advantage on the next saving throw it makes before swiping next turn. Okay. Pretty good. Like that. Life Stealer. Your patron's might allows you to drain vitality from those you curse, granting you the following benefits. Hungering Hex. Whenever the target cursed by a hex drops to 0 hit points, you gain hit points equal to 1d8 plus your charisma modifier. Brah. I wish this was, again, I wish this scaled. I really do. Inevitable Blade. Once per turn, if you make an attack roll against a target cursed by your hex and you miss, you can deal necrotic damage equal to that creature equal to your charisma modifier. Okay, yeah, okay, cool. And if you miss, you do damage. Nice. Again, it says attack roll. It doesn't have to be a weapon. Immediately they've kind of... Yeah. Okay. Armor of Hexes. When you take damage from a cursed target of your hex, you can take a reaction to reduce the damage by an amount equal to 2d8 plus your charisma modifier. That's pretty good. At max roll, that's what? 16 plus 5, so 21 points of damage. Not bad. You could use the feature of charisma modifier, and you regain all the following uses. Perfectly fine. Masterful Hex. Your patron's accursed might flows even more strongly through you, granting the following benefits. Accursed critical. Any attack you roll against a target hex. Okay, so this used to be a feature as part of Hexblade. Like Hexblade's Curse. Because you could do Hexblade's Curse plus Hex on top of that. So they have moved one of the best parts of being a Hexblade to the butt end of subclass, which is not good. Fuck. Infectious Hex. When you use one of your Hexblade maneuvers, which it was one of these, yeah, okay. You can target one additional creature within 30 feet of the cursed target, and they take additional 1d6 necrotic damage. Okay, wait, hold on. It's just 1d6 necrotic. Take 1 point necrotic damage. What? That's terrible. It should be fucking higher. Or at least add charisma modifier or warlock level or something. Make this better. Taking damage can't break your concentration of next. They have both. I don't know. I don't know. There's some cool stuff here, but at the same time, there's also worse stuff. I don't know if I'm okay with this. Fuck it. All right, Undead Patron for the Warlock. What have you done? So you're going to expand the spell list now. Grave Touched now allows your spells and attacks to ignore resistance to necrotic damage. Nice. No longer requires reaction to use. It's a secondary feature. It restores you to a number of hit points equal to 10 times your charisma modifier. That's pretty valuable. Superior Dread is a new feature that improves your form of dread, allowing you to fly. Ooh. You get hit points and improve your spell casting. Okay. So form of dread, as per usual. Take a form for a minute. Yep, you can transfer a number of times equal to your charisma modifier. Yep, that's fine. Facility of life. Gain temporary hit points equal to 1d10 plus your warlock level. Valuable. Frightful Avatar, your immunity to the frightened condition. Additionally, once per turn, when you hit a creature with attack roll, you can force it to make a wisdom saving throw against your spell save DC. On a fail save, the target is frightened, and yeah, cool. Your spell list is blindness, deafness, false, phantasm, secret, rampage, death ward, valuable, phantasm killer, anti-life shelter. Okay, all in all, mediocre spell list. Your patron's powers have a profound effect on your body. So arcane necrosis. Whenever you cast a spell or hit a creature with an attack roll and deal necrotic damage, the damage dealt ignores resistance to necrotic damage. Fine. Usually once per turn, when you cast a spell that deals damage while using your form of dread, you can channel. Yeah, this is a fun thing you can do. You can turn anything into necrotic damage if you want to, and especially because it ignores resistance. This is huge, man. Actually, holy fuck, that's actually massive. Yeah, that's massive. Okay, cool. And see, that's the best part. Oh, it ignores resistance, but not immunity. Okay. They're immune to it, then it does fuck all. But if they're resistant to it, they are no longer resistant. Okay, that's cool. Necrotic, urine and exhaustion levels from dehydration, malnutrition, or starvation. In addition, you don't need to sleep, and magic can't put you to sleep. Right. Level 10 necrotic costs. Your concentration to undeath now saturates your body in the following benefits. Necrotic resilience, your resistance to necrotic damage. While using your form of dread, you have immunity to necrotic damage. So yeah, level 10, form of dread, and then fireball your feet. Again, option. Unholy resuscitation. If you drop 0 hit points and don't die outright, you can cause your body to erupt with deathly energy. Each creature of your choice in a 30-foot emanation originating from you makes a constitution saving throw against your spell save DC, taking necrotic damage equal to 2d10 plus your warlock level on a fail save or half as much of a success. Your hit points then change to 10 times your charisma modifier. Damn. And you gain one exhaustion level. Thought we can't get exhaustion. I guess, yeah, it specifically says from these methods. But you can gain exhaustion otherwise. Okay, fair enough. Okay. And then finally, superior dread. Your form of dread improves, granting you the following benefits while you are using it. Flight. Yes, you finally have a flight speed equal to your movement speed, which is what the fucking Phantom Rogue should get. Profane casting. Whenever you cast a warlock spell from a conjuration or necromancy school, you can cast without any verbal, somatic, or material components, except material components that are consumed by the spell or that have a specified cost. Decent. Vitality cycle. Once per turn, when you deal necrotic damage to a creature, you can regain hit points equal to your charisma modifier. Really? Couldn't be your warlock level? Or twice your charisma modifier or something? Level 14, really? But yeah, all in all, so these are the new horror subclasses. Reanimator, trash. College of Spirits, okay. Grave Domain Cleric, a lot more. It's good and bad. Hollow Warden should be a druid. Phantom Rogue, a little better. I just wish Ghost Walk was a little, better. Shadow Sorcerer, I'm still not sold on the Summon Undead thing, but that could be good. Hexblade Patron has gotten worse. Like some cool things have been added, but all in all, I think it's pretty bad. And then the Undead Warlock, it's pretty good, decent. But yeah, so that is our look at the horror subclasses that's been released for Unearthed Arcana 2025. Playtest material is available. It's available on D&D Beyond right now. If you don't have an account, make one. You can get access to all the playtest material and then try it for yourself. But all in all, it's all right. So from me to you guys, till next time, roll for initiative, bitches.